Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another Overwatch video. So today I'm going to show you my favorite flank routes right here with TRACER on Watchpoint Gibraltar. Alrighty, so first of all we're gonna start out with the attacker side, since most of these flank routes today are actually going to be for the attacker side as well. So if you're coming out of the spawn, you straight want to go to the bridge or other side, the high ground, just use a single jump, get on here, another jump, drop, single blink, and then you're on the bridge. From here on out you got the safety of this room as cover, and you also got the high ground advantage in order to just distract the enemy team from behind or try to pick a healer or something like that, which is very handy. Now also, if you're coming from your spawn because you just died, maybe you're already holding the card right there and you're fighting there and the enemy team is holding right there at the pad, you use the exact same route, you will be a lot faster instead of going around down there or the other side there. And then also already at the high ground like this, you can blink over to this side and then use another blink right here and try to kill the widow or a soldier that is holding on right here on the high ground, so you can contest that as well, which again makes it a lot more efficient just from a time perspective, since you're faster here, but you also are more immediately efficient due to you being able closer to the enemies and also again just distract them from behind or just try to tear them apart a little bit. Now for the second point, there are not too many things that you can do. You can cross this with 2 blinks, move around right in here, but on most of these spots they're not really TRACER exclusive. So example, also climbing up onto these boxes right here and then trying to contest someone on the shuttle in case someone's sitting up in here. Again, it's usually not your job to get up here and try to contest the widow or a Pharaoh or something like that, but you can still do it. So it's something that you always should keep in the back of your head. And the main part right here is that you can actually also climb on these boxes. Again, if you made it behind the enemies, you can also jump up onto this big box, use then a double blink onto this side, and you can once again contest the high ground, especially if you move behind around them, which is more helpful. And these are just a couple of minor spots that you can use right here on the B side. There's no specific one, but if you combine them, there's definitely lots of movement that you can use even on high ground. Okay, so for the last point we also got 2 very cool flanking routes that you can use. The first one is a little bit more situational, since you first have to cross right here into this room and try to get behind them up onto these stairs. Usually you got an enemy sitting up on here, that's very common. Now, you also got often enemies sitting up over there. Most of the time you can use just normal blinks in order to get over there, but you can also blink on this part right here, as well as this one over here. So if you use double blink, you can just stay here, wait here, try to drop down a pulse bomb as soon as your Zarya is dropping the graph, and usually you're kind of safe up in here because there are not many people or heroes that can get up on here. You can also then blink over to this side and then over to the bridge. So again, that's lots of stuff that you can actually use in order to contest high ground with TRACER, and of course you can also just use the usual way down in here and try to get then around like that. That also works obviously. Now, last but not least, we got another cool flanking route that you can use. However, this one, once again, is kind of situational, so keep that in the back of your head. And you also want to have 3 blinks ready for this. And for this flanking route, you're also going to burn all of them, so keep that in mind as well. So you're starting out with this little small health kit, approximately. Then you want to use 2 blinks in order to get forward, then turn right, about 90 degrees, and then blink once again. So it's blink, blink, and blink. And you can get all the way around right here and flank them from behind. Usually they won't see you coming. You're also kind of hard to hear because you're so far off the action. Usually they're sitting right here under the bridge or kind of this part of the choke. And again, if it's very late into the round and they're already holding here, you can still do that. However, since you're kind of landing right here without any blinks, you can, retreat back to cover, but you're kind of helpless. So it's better to use it right, like very early, so you can flank around, got time to recharge your blinks, and then engage right here once again. Maybe if your Zarya is grabbing, you can just drop it, get the kill, push it in, and win the round. So these were all my favorite flanking routes for Watchpoint Gibraltar. There are not many that you can use for defensive flanks. You can also use the ones that I showed you for the high ground to get back on the side and also contest that again. But for the most part, I think they're more efficient for the attacking side. But yeah, I think it's much for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and luckySkillFaker out.